We have a goal of achieving 2 million climate-friendly homes by 2030 and to be net zero by 2050. All of you younger people, make sure we hit that in 2050. We have a responsibility to every single New Yorker. Make sure, regardless of their economic status, that they have access to these clean energy options.
New York is poised to charge large fossil fuel companies a massive $75 billion over the next 25 years in an effort to curb the effects of climate change under a new law. Governor Kathy Hochul signed the controversial climate law several months after the state legislature passed the bill in the spring. The law looks to establish and support a state fund for infrastructure projects aimed at combating, repairing, or adapting to the effects of climate change, putting the onus on fossil fuel companies to supply the funds rather than the taxpayers. The money put into the fund is expected to then be used on projects such as adapting water and sewage systems, restoring coastal wetlands, upgrading cooling systems in various buildings, as well as repairing and adapting roads and transit systems. In signing the bill, New York became the second state after Vermont to hold large polluters responsible for possible environmental damage caused by high emissions. The law is largely expected to be challenged in court, with industry groups such as the American Petroleum Institute indicating that legal discussions are already underway. Not all fossil fuel companies will face the new fines from New York, with only the largest emitters from 2000 to 2018 expected to pay up. This specifically applies to any company that the state determines is responsible for releasing more than 1 billion tons of greenhouse gas emissions. As the industry weighs legal challenges, these companies won't be forced to cough up the cash immediately. They are expected to begin putting money into the climate fund starting in 2028, giving state officials time to establish how to identify and notify responsible companies.